And now what do we have in store for us?
I'll be reading my story, Into the Dark, in Collective Darkness.
Ooh.
Yes, you can find it at collectivedarkness.com, Barnes & Noble, and a lot of local Utah bookstores. I mean, definitely get it at Marissa's Books and Gifts. And get a gift while you're at it, because Christmas and Hanukkah are coming up, so...
Books and gifts.
Yes.
Well, the books do make good gifts.
They really do. I love books as gifts.
Our book would make a great gift.
Yes. One of these days I'm going to have a Beauty and the Beast library. That's my life goal. Okay, here's my starting. It started because of her, my wife. It's funny. When I think back on it, she never did anything different. She read outside, away from me. Whenever I came home, she left the room. If I said hello, her eyes flashed anywhere else.
Yet, that day, my mind full of gin and aching, I saw a laugh dance upon her lips. In that moment, she was laughing at me, and I hated her with every fiber of my being. But it was all false, my imagination. If I'd been sober, I wouldn't have seen her joy because it never would have been there. She never smiled. She had stopped smiling years before, stopped laughing, stopped speaking. I had no one for our entire marriage. She was a block of stone, so it was easy to give in to my desires, my rage. When I picked up the knife, she didn't say a word, nor did she look at me.
Wow, that was really good. Have you taken professional voice lessons?
Nah.
You just turn it on and off like that, huh?
Yeah.
Actually, that reminds me, we've already mentioned this, but our book, Collective Darkness, a horror anthology, will be having an audiobook releasing soon, so stay tuned for details.
Yes. You've heard 2 of the narrators so far, but there are 4 in total, including some small segments that I do. So exciting!
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
What do we have next?
We have the 5th and final...
That we know of.
Oh, there's a surprise. 5th and final installment of Lost in Transmission.
My name is Alex Child. I'm the author of Pond Scum, one of the short horror stories in Collective Darkness. And Pond Scum is a short story about some 13-ish-year-old boys who go exploring in the woods and some spooky stuff happens. And then, let's see, we've got some other short stories and different anthologies coming out. I can't remember the name of what I'm thinking of now, but it involves a knight who becomes a grave robber after suffering from a serious injury. Then there is also, let's see, the sci-fi anthology has a story called The Roost, and it involves someone who is insane. And then we've got The Last Planet, which is about the last planet, and that's about it. That's all I can remember.
You forgot one more story. It's called, the story is actually called A Werewolf in...
That's right.
No, A Weremollusk in Central Park.
Okay, I do remember that one now. I couldn't forget that one. So that one is about a monster that is shaped like a mollusk, I think.
Close enough.
Thanks for watching, everybody. It's good to see you all. You have a great holiday season.
Bum, 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 bum. We left a little bit of space to discuss Little Darkness. This is our horror book that contains flash fiction and poetry. It's available for 99 cents as an ebook at Amazon.com. Check it out.
I'm Austin Slade Perry, author of Crimson Snow, and I want to wish you all happy holidays.
Cool, cool, cool.
Yes, so we've heard from authors from Collective Darkness, Collective Fantasy, Collective Visions, Collective Chaos,
The
The
Darkness
Between. Yeah.
And we even heard from Chris Fink.
Yeah, with his Sacrifice Incarnate anthology.
And we also heard from The Witching Time of Night.
Yes, The Witching Time of Night, which Sacrifices Incarnate and Witching Time of Night are available at collectivedarkness.com.
Cool. And so what do we have next?
Oh, but we haven't heard from another.
Oh.
anthology.
We have one book that we haven't heard from yet.
Yes, Collective Humanity.
Collective Humanity. Yeah, we have a special guest who's going to tell us all about it.
So excited.
Hello, I'm Sapphire Rose, Crown Princess 45 of the Royal Court of the Golden Spike Empire. I'm here to talk to you about Collective Humanity, an LGBTQ+ themed anthology of imaginative fiction. This book will feature LGBTQ+ voices as well as help raise money for charities supported by the Royal Court of the Golden Spike Empire. If you're a writer or an artist and are interested in being a part of this book, please visit collectivedarkness.com/collective-humanity. Or if you would like to donate to any of our causes, please visit rcgse.org. Thank you, and happy holidays.
Thanks again, Sapphire Rose.
Yes, this charity book is very near and dear to our hearts.
Yeah, we really want to support the LGBTQ+ community, especially here in Utah.
Yes.
So we want to get a lot of submissions, and the theme will be metamorphosis.
Yeah, and you can submit, it's imaginative fiction, so submit as like a dystopian story, sci-fi, horror, fantasy. It's essentially like a collection of genres within that collection, right? You can submit on our website, collectivedarkness.com.
And we really want to have a diverse group of new authors.
Yeah. Well, this has been a good evening, so I really appreciate it. I guess it's time for us to get going.
You want to wrap it up?
Yeah.
Well, do you hear that though?
Hear what?
Ring, 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 ring. It's the space telephone calling for you.
Oh!
It's actually your turn to play Lost in Transmission.
Oh.
Everything got kind of jumbled up, so this will be your chance to kind of like help us clarify what got lost in transmission.
Okay. So, well, the story is...
Well, first you're going to talk about your story from the Horror Writers Association Utah chapter horror anthology coming out next year. It's called What's the Twitches, right?
Right. So my story is The Final Spell, and I haven't actually looked at my story in a long time, so I'm probably going to mess it up. But essentially it's of, a witch who does spells, and, she...
A witch who does spells. Okay, this is a very crazy story.
Very crazy. Well, it's one of the spells is essentially like it turns bad, and so it's just her, experience going through that and bringing other people into that horrific world and scene set in the Wasatch area.
Okay, cool. Okay, now I want you to, if you can, recap the other 5 stories. And I know you've read all these before, so it shouldn't be that hard.
Oh yeah, of course not.
And you got a perfect memory.
Oh, sure, yes.
So go ahead.
Well, so there's Alex's story for Pond Scum, where these, kids go to a pond, and essentially it's kind of an evil pond, and...
Is it evil?
It's evil. These kids get in, some trouble with it, so watch out.
Read the story.
Read the story. And then there's Jonathan's story in the Darkness Between, the Collective Chaos, and it's about a were mollusk. And, it's, this mollusk comes from elsewhere, and...
Another dimension, actually.
Another dimension, and, kills people, and morphs into a mollusk human thing.
I don't think he actually kills anybody in the story.
Oh, well, I imagine he does, so...
It seems like something he might do.
And then we have Will's story, where it's a burglar person, and it goes bad.
Okay.
And then
That's from Collective Fantasy?
That's from Collective Fantasy. And then...
Lean Pickings, is that the title?
Lean Pickings.
I think it's the title, right.
And then we have... for the Lost in Transmission, our collective Visions anthology with AR. His story is called Lost Planet, and it's about this planet that is lost.
It's not lost, it's the last planet.
Last planet.
They know where it's at. It's the last planet.
Dang it. These are new stories and they're...
Some of these are more read once, right? I'm more familiar with them because I'm the editor on some. She's the editor on English.
Yeah, so I'm head editing the collective fantasy, and then he's doing head editing the Darkness Between. So I feel kind of, or well, in Collective Visions we're kind of doing together, but it's like the newest. And anyway, so
and Collective Chaos is very new. We haven't even started Collective Visions yet.
yeah, so
I think you did good job. I'm proud of you.
thanks.
Happy holidays from one of the narrators on the Collective Darkness audiobook. Here's your Christmas gift. Look up Santa Claus and the Children in the Pickle Barrel.
Hello, everyone. This is Douglas. I'm one of the narrators for the book. Hoping that everyone is experiencing some festive cheers and chills. Just wanted to wish everyone a happy holiday season.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Hi everyone.
Hi.
Happy holidays from Zoe.
Happy holidays.
And Brandon.
And Brandon.
Happy writing, everyone.
Happy holidays.
Thanks for joining us. It's been really fun. So have a safe and happy holidays.
And a Happy New Year.
From all of us at Collective Tales Publishing and our friends. Bye.
Bye.